you know that you spend over 7 hours a day looking at your web browser? That is more time than you spend sleeping. Yet, most people are using a browser that is literally slowing them down. It is draining their battery and potentially compromising their privacy. I used to be one of those people until I discovered something that completely changed how I think about browsers. What if I told you that switching browsers could be like upgrading from a bicycle to a sports car for your daily internet experience? In this video, we'll cover the 5 essential factors that make a browser truly great. We'll look at speed, performance, we'll look at privacy and security, customization options, compatibility across devices, and those hidden features that can transform your productivity. By the end, you know exactly which browser matches your need and how to set it up for maximum efficiency. Here's the thing. Most of us inherited our browser choice. Maybe you started with the Internet Explorer because it came with Windows, or Safari because you bought a Mac. But here's what I've learned after testing dozens of browsers over the past few years. Your browser choice is actually one of the most important productivity decisions that you can ever make. I realized this when I was still a student at university. During research periods, I would have like 47 tabs open and Chrome was eating so much RAM that my laptop sounded like a power generator. The more I switched through tabs, the more my productivity tanked because I was spending more time waiting for pages to load than actually getting work done. That's when I started my browser deep dive. What I discovered completely changed my perspective. The difference between browsers isn't just about speed. See, it is about how they handle your data, how they integrate with your workflow, and surprisingly, how they can actually make you more creative and more focused. So, let's break down what actually matters when choosing a browser. And we'll be starting with the foundation, speed and performance. Speed isn't just about how fast a page loads, though that matters. It's about how efficiently your browser uses your computer's resources. Chrome, for example, is like that friend who shows up to dinner and eats everything in your fridge. It's fast, but it is hungry. Speed isn't just about the browser engine, it's about how well it manages extensions, how it handles JavaScript, and crucially, how it preloads pages you're likely to visit next. Now, let's talk about something most people ignore until it's too late. Privacy and security. Your browser knows everything about you. Every site you visit, every search you make, every form you fill out. But a quick question, do you know how many trackers followed you around the web yesterday? The average person encounters over 70 tracking attempts per day. That's companies building a detailed profile of your interests, habits, and behaviors. I used to think privacy was just for people with something to hide. Then I installed a privacy extension and watched in real time as Facebook tracked me on a recipe blog. That's when I realized privacy isn't about hiding, it's about control. The best browsers now come with built-in tracker blocking, enhanced password managers, and sandboxing that isolates malicious websites. Firefox has enhanced tracking protection. Safari has intelligent tracking prevention, and even Chrome is adding privacy-focused features, though it took them a long while to get to it. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is something most people never discover. The most transformative browser feature isn't speed or privacy, it's actually customization. And I'm not talking about just changing the color of your homepage. I discovered this when I started using Chrome profiles. Imagine having different browser profiles for work, personal use, and side projects, each with completely different bookmarks, extensions, and even visual themes. It's like having multiple computers on one device. But here's the game changer. Some browsers can automatically switch between these profiles based on the website you visit. Your work email automatically opens in work profile, YouTube, your personal profile. But the best part now is that modern browsers don't just sync bookmarks anymore. They sync your tabs, passwords, extensions, and even your browsing position in articles. Let me share some hidden gems that most people never discover. Tab grouping isn't just organization, it's workflow optimization. Picture tabs can save you from tab overload, and browser shortcuts can replace entire apps. Firefox has container tabs that isolate websites from each other. Edge has vertical tabs that work amazingly on ultra-wide monitors. Chrome's tab search can find that article you opened 3 days ago in seconds, and Safari's reader mode isn't just for articles, it works on recipe sites, removing all ads and life stories. My favorite discovery has been web apps. Most browsers can pin web apps like Notion or Slack to your taskbar, turning those websites into desktop applications. So here's what we've learned. Choosing a browser isn't about brand loyalty or what came pre-installed. It's about finding that tool that matches your workflow, respects your privacy, and enhances your productivity. If you prioritize speed and have plenty of RAM, Chrome might be perfect. If privacy is crucial, Firefox or Safari are excellent choices. And if you want the best of both worlds with great Microsoft integration, Edge has quietly become fantastic. And if you're deep in the Apple ecosystem, Safari's efficiency is hard to beat. What browser are you currently using and what is your biggest frustration with it? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video helped you think differently about browsers, hit that like button. It helps more people discover content like this. If you enjoyed this deep dive into browsers, you love my other tech productivity videos, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Remember, you spend more time with your browser than any other application. Make sure it's working for you, not against you. Goodbye.